Chief Minister, Jharkhand, Shri Raghuveer Das ji, Honorable Education and Urban Minister, Chandreshwar Singh ji, worthy secretaries of the Government of Jharkhand, ladies and gentlemen. I have been in this business for 41 years. Only thing I know is garment manufacturing. And in these 41 years, I have always felt that no government has understood the true potential of this industry and what benefits it brings to the country or the society in general. I had the opportunity to meet the Honorable Chief Minister hardly 6 or 7 weeks ago in Delhi. And to be honest with you, I really thought it was one of those meetings that you have with various states and the various politicians and bureaucrats, and usually nothing comes out of it, or it comes out and takes too long. I'm delighted to share with you my personal experience. We came out of that meeting, and I thought the job is done. But to my surprise, from the very next day, the Honorable Chief Minister and his members in the bureaucracy, with the partnership of Ernst & Young, they wouldn't let us sleep. They wanted something to happen. And I suddenly realized that there was a different man at the helm of affairs. There was a man who means business. There is a man who probably understands the true potential. And for once, I felt maybe after these 40 years of neglect, here is our chance to come up and do something that is good for the industry, but very, very good for the society in general, very good for the state in general. And here is this policy which is so exciting. And I think this will be a game changer, in my personal opinion. This industry has been suffering because of lack of competitiveness. We are surrounded by countries that we have to globally compete with, whose either the wages are 1/3 of ours, or they have special statuses with importing countries that give them duty-free access, or the cost of capital is almost next to zero. The cost of infrastructure is impossible to match. And above all, the lack of government support. And there are countries around the globe who truly understood its potential. And the potential is not more investment. It is truly the opportunity of creating jobs. And jobs for who? Jobs for people who are uneducated, jobs for people who don't have skills, women who have no opportunities. They could be housewives, totally illiterate, angutha chhap as I call it. Even those people with 90 days of training and followed by some training within the plants, they are able to change their lives. They are able to move from being exploited to be a breadwinner. So this is what various nations, starting with China that did this 60 years ago, to Indonesia, to Vietnam, to Cambodia, and now Bangladesh. When you'd be surprised to know that a country like Bangladesh, who has almost zero textiles, they are twice our size. We are at 16 billion. And 16 billion out of what? $600 billion of global trade. And it's a shame that we are 16. If China is 165 or 175 today, it is not because they love the dollar. They understood the true potential of labor-intensive sectors, so they went out and subsidized them directly, indirectly, made partnerships with their state corporations, and sold a $10 garment for $5. What it brought to them is something which is worth really thinking about. If we look at today, textile industry, led by the garment export industry, employs about 37.5 million. These figures are about 2 years old. It's probably 40 million today, which is the second largest employer in this country after agriculture. And yet, there's no recognition of the trade, no recognition of the industry. We would rather go out and spend hundreds of lakhs of crores in trying to provide jobs to people that could be only 100 days. Why not partner with the labor-intensive sectors, give them the support so that they can produce cheaper merchandise, so that they can grow the market share and thereby the growth that will come with the jobs that we so desperately need today. However investment we bring in, in my opinion, there are two basic agendas why we want investment. I could be wrong, but that's my belief. There are two. One is the economic activity, which is of course something which is desperately needed in our country. But the second most important thing is creation of jobs. I believe we have over 1 million new job seekers every month. If we are not able to meet their aspirations, they may not even, most of them are not even skilled. They are not educated. Where do we take them? What do we do? No matter how much of investment we make, unless the investment is also coupled with the creation of jobs and jobs in the right sphere, we yet don't have those many skilled people, educated people. They will come with time. But this is a challenge. So the social benefits of the labor-intensive sector, as have been recognized by the Honorable Chief Minister and his worthy teammates here, I think on behalf of the industry, as the policies unveiled today, there will be major excitement. I believe, and I think we should target that after the 16 billion, the next billion or two should come to Jharkhand. And it can come to Jharkhand. And what it will bring, if we look at the just sheer numbers, that $16 billion worth of garment export, you have 37.5 million, it's about 23 lakhs per billion. If we could attract 5 billion, we could be creating 1 crore of new jobs that no money can replace. And to give you a small sort of snapshot, any industry, with due respect, we need all industries, let's say automobiles, a wonderful, well-managed, globally competitive industry. And let's take Maruti Udyog, very well-respected, well-run company with 60,000 crores worth of sales. Employs only 15,000 people. Not that they don't want to, but this is the potential of the trade. That's what they can do. On the other side, a company like Orient Craft, which may be 40 years, maybe is one of the top companies in this country, but turnover of not even 2,000 crores, a little less than that. 32,000 people directly employed. People working for 30 years, 20 years, 15 years, second generation working there. And twice of that number is in the supply chain. If we were to multiply 5 people to that 1 person, you can imagine what that is. 5 lakh people, 5 lakh lives being touched by one small company. If we had 100 such companies in Jharkhand, it will change the face of the state. So I am so excited and delighted on the behalf of this industry for the policy that has come out, for the zeal and enthusiasm of the Honorable Chief Minister and his team. And I definitely look forward to working with the government of Jharkhand. We are signing 2 agreements today where we are going to develop a small park of about 140 acres. And we believe in the coming years there will be 50,000 jobs created there, but this is only the beginning. We are also going to set up 6 training centers across the state where we will be skilling people and making them employable. So I see a tremendous future for the garment and textile industry in Jharkhand, and I see this becoming one of the biggest centers in coming years of India that will compete with the Bangladeshis and Chinas of the world every day and win. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.